Hi there. So today in this tutorial, we are going to make our LEGOman waist. You should have already made your head before starting this tutorial. Looking at the drawing of the waist that you should have in front of you on the bit of paper, you'll see it's very much like the Lego brick you made in first year, in the sense that we're going to draw a rectangle and extrude it up and then do the little dots on the top. And then there's a slightly more complicated bit of the circle underneath that the legs are going to attach onto. But we'll worry about that when we get to it. To begin with, we're just focusing on this top section. So I need to know what size rectangle I need to draw. So I'm going to look over at my orthographic drawing. So I've got my elevation and I've got my plan and an end elevation to the right. So looking at the plan view, I can see the size of the rectangle. It is 16 wide and it is 8 in depth. So 16 by 8. So going over to Inventor, I'm going to start a new drawing. To do that, I'm going to go on this drop-down menu here next to New and go to Browse Templates. If you don't see 4 options here, remember you need to go next to the ENUS button, click this little down button and select that metric folder. And then you will see your standard brackets millimeter options. And then create. Once you are in your drawing, we are going to start with a Start Sketch button. And you get those 3 original planes that are like the bits of paper that we can draw on, the 2 upright, and the one that slices through the middle. We're going to select this one that slices through the middle. And we're going to draw our rectangle. Now, up at the rectangle tool, you will notice that it splits in half. You've got a picture of a rectangle or you've got the word rectangle. That's not the type of rectangle that I would like to draw at the moment. So I'm going to click the drop-down menu of the word rectangle and I get more options. I'm looking for the third one down, which is called 2-point center. If I select this one allows me to draw from the center point. So I'm going to select the center point and move my mouse to the side. I'm not clicking, I'm just moving my mouse to the side. The size was 16 by 8, so I'm just going to type 16. I'm then going to hit Tab on my keyboard. Tab is the 2 arrows that face in opposite directions above your capital lock button. So capital lock button above it with the arrows is Tab. Select that button, and now I can give the other size, which was 8. Once I've put 16 and 8 in, I can hit Enter on my keyboard. And that creates the rectangle I need. I'm then going to go up to the top right of my screen, big green tick, Finish Sketch. Going back to my drawing, I need to find out how much to extrude it up by. So I've looked at the plan to get the size of the rectangle. So I'm going to go down to my elevation to find out how far that is extruded up by. And it's extruded up by 2. So Inventor, I'm going to use extrude and change that 10 to 2. Okay. Now I need to focus on the circles that are going to go on top of that, the cylinders. So looking back at the drawing, I need to know what size circle am I going to draw. The plan view has the circles, and I can see that they are diameter 5. The other information I have about them is that they are centered top to bottom, and the center point of the circle is 4.5 away from the edge. Okay, so diameter 5, and then 4.5 away from the edge. So going back to Inventor, I'm going to start a sketch on the top face. So click Start Sketch button and then select the top face. Remember, Inventor doesn't know where we want to draw a sketch. You have to tell it. Okay, so drawing a circle, I'm going up to the circle tool. I'm not going to click the drop-down menu. I'm just going to select the circle. And I'm going to make sure that I keep my mouse on this vertical line down the middle of this rectangle. That way I know it's centered from left to right. So I'm going to roughly put this circle in the right place. I'm going to go for about here. Click, move my mouse to the side, type 5 and hit Enter. I'm going to do the same again at the bottom. So making sure I'm on this vertical line, roughly the right place. Click, move your mouse to the side, hit 5 and Enter. I now need to make sure that those circles are 4.5 away from the edge. The center point needs to be 4.5 away from the short edge of that rectangle. So at the top of my screen, I'm looking for the dimension tool. It's this button here. It looks like rugby goalposts. So I'm going to select that button. I'm going to select the edge of the rectangle, the short edge of the rectangle. I'm then going to select the center point of the circle, and I'm then going to move my mouse out to the side. And once I've got this little number here, I'm just going to click, and I'm going to change that to say 4.5. I'm then going to do the same with the other circle, but instead of being from the top of the rectangle, it's going to be from the bottom. So I'm going to click the long edge, not the long edge, the short edge. I'm going to select the center point. I'm going to move my mouse to the side, and when I've got this little number, I'm just going to click and type 4.5 and enter. We can now, big green tick, finish sketch. I need to know how much to extrude these circles up by. So having a wee look at my drawing. Again, I got the information about the size of the circles from the plan, so I'm coming down to the elevation to get how much I'm extruding it up by, and it's 1. So going to extrude. This time extrude doesn't work. This may have already happened to you before, but up until this point, usually it will have worked. It will have done it for you. This is because Inventor doesn't know what you want to extrude. Do you want to extrude one circle, both circles, or the rectangular face? It's unsure. So we need to select the 2 circles and say that's what I want to extrude. It's assuming we want to do it by 2 millimeters. We don't. We want to do it by 1. And then, okay. That looks really good. To do the bit where the legs attach underneath, we need to use a work plane. The original work planes that we were working on, we need to reactivate them to allow us to be able to draw the bit underneath. So going back to Inventor, I need to find the vertical work plane that's going to slice through the LEGOman through the middle. So on the left-hand side, you should have a modeling tree. If you don't have this white bit on the left-hand side of your screen with the extrusions that you've done, you're going to need to ask a teacher for help. What I'm looking for is the yellow folder called Origin, and there's a little plus sign next to your origin. If you click that button, we can then see our original planes. If I hover over them, they should appear in green. So I'm looking for the one that goes through the middle vertically, like that. So my one is the YZ plane. Yours should be as well if you've done it the same way as me, but it could be one of these other ones. You're looking for the one that looks like the one that I've got. I'm going to right click on that plane, and I'm going to turn its visibility on. And that's it there. I now want to start sketch onto that plane. So up at the top of the screen, I'm going to do start sketch. And I'm just going to click the top corner of that plane. If you try and click it in the middle, it doesn't usually work. So I'm just going to click that very top corner to start my sketch. And that moves me into a 2D view where I can start drawing the circle for the legs to attach to. So going back to my drawing, I am looking to see what size circle I need to draw. So looking at the elevation view doesn't help me much because this is how much I need to extrude the circles by. So I need to look at the end elevation to find out the size of the circle. Now this is where things get a little bit tricky because we've got 2 different symbols next to the circles. We've got a diameter 3 and we've got an R4, which is radius 4. Now you should know from maths that radius is the size from the center point to the edge, and that diameter is from the edge through the center point to the other edge. So diameter is the full size of the circle, so that's a diameter 3. Whereas our radius 4 is a diameter 8. It's double that because it's 4 to the center point and then 4 to the other side. So that would be a diameter 8. So the first circle that I want to draw is my diameter 8. And the information I have about how far down it should be is the center point should be 3 millimeters away from the underside of the waist, the bit that we already drew. So 3 away from the bottom. And it's radius 4, which means it's a diameter 8. So going back to Inventor, I'm going to select the circle tool. I'm going to draw the circle just roughly in the right place to begin with, but making sure that my center point is on this vertical line. So I'm going to go for about there. I'm going to type 8 and hit enter. Now I've done it too low. but that's fine because I was only doing it roughly. I'm going to click the dimension tool. I'm going to click the underside of the previous bit that we made, and then the center point of the circle. Move my mouse out to the side. Once I've got this number, I click, and that number was to be 3. And that looks more like the thing. Once I've got that, I can finish sketch, big green tick. Now, I want to extrude that circle. Now, if I go to extrude, it doesn't know what to extrude, so I need to select it. And if you look at that, it doesn't look right. If I turn sideways, you can see that it's extruding in one direction. I don't know what size it needs to be, so I'm going to have a quick look and see how much it needs to be extruded by. And it's 2. So I'm going to change that 1 to be a 2. And this will make it look more wrong. Yeah, you see how it's like on the wrong side? We want that to be half on this side of the line, half on that side of the line. And we can do that quite easily. So in here, you've got your behaviors and you've got your direction. So at the moment, it's all going forwards. I could change it to be all going backwards. And then the next button is symmetric. So it goes half one way, half the other way. That's what I want it to be. So I'm going to say, okay, that's looking good. Nice. The last thing we need to do is the little extra cylinder that sticks out the side to allow the leg to attach. So again, on my end elevation, it tells me that that's going to be a diameter 3, and it's got the same center point as the previous circle. So going to Inventor, start sketch. I'm going to select that face. And then at the moment, I don't know where the center point of that circle is. So I don't know where to draw my circle. Now, there's a big button up here called Project Geometry. Click the picture, not the words. And then we're just going to click the edge of that circle. And you should see a center point has now appeared, which allows me to then use the circle tool to draw my circle, which I have forgotten the size of, diameter 3. So I'm going to click the center point, type 3, and hit enter. And I'm then going to finish sketch, big green tick. Using extrude, I'm going to select that. And again, I'm going to come back and see how much I need to extrude it by. So I'm not going to see it on the end elevation. I need to look at the elevation. And it tells me that that cylinder sticks out by 1 millimeter on each side. So I could do this just as 1 mil and then do the same sketch on the other side. Or I can do it in one step by using these direction things again. So symmetrical isn't going to work this time, because if I move sideways, you can see it's going into there by 1, and I want it to stick out here by 1. But there's another option, which is called asymmetric. And that allows me to give distance A and distance B. So if I think about it, I'm going to want it to go out 1 millimeter to the right, and I'm going to want it to go 1, 2, 3 to the left. So I'm going to type 3. Oh, that's the wrong way. I'm going to type 1 in that one, in the first one, and I'm going to type 3 in distance B. And that's because it needed to go through the middle for 2 and then out the other side for 1. So 1 in distance A and 3 in distance B. And okay, and that's us finished the waist. The last thing you want to do is turn this plane's visibility back off. So we're going to click on it, right click, and turn the visibility back off. This is the point where you can change the color of your waist. I'm going to go for blue so it looks like denim. So again, going up to the top of the screen, you've got the default drop-down menu next to the color wheels. Be patient, it takes a little while to load. Oh, there's even a denim option. How does that look? That looks terrible. I'm just going to go down to smooth blue. There's not actually a smooth blue option, but up here there's like sky blue. So I'm going to go for that. Perfect. Remember, this is not like your Chromebooks. It doesn't save automatically. You have to physically save this model. So going up to the top left of the screen where there's an orange file button, save. And this is called the waist. And then save. And that's you made the LEGOman waist.